Megan Morris, and welcome to Megan Morris TV. I want to thank you for being here today. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. We look forward to your conversations. We love the involvement. And today I have a very special guest with me, Danielle Newbold. Hi. She's very involved with a very special charity called Miles to Go. And Miles to Go is it's really different than a lot of charities because she's teaching her children, and you can do the same thing with your families and your schools and your companies and any way you would like to get involved, but how to be more loving and compassionate and understanding and be able to give back to the homeless without trying to actually cure the problem. So you're teaching a lot of great values to your children, and you're learning more about yourself along the way. And I've learned so much through Danielle. She's been involved in a lot of different charities, and she's made a big difference in the community. And she's going to tell you more about how you can get involved and how she started this great organization.
Thank you, Megan. And just, to speak to who you are, that's how we met, was by doing charity work. So thank you again for having me here.
Oh, wonderful.
So, like you said, Miles to Go is near and dear to my heart, and it literally started in my minivan. So Miles and I were at a red light, and many people have probably heard me tell this story before, but we were there at the red light, and Miles said, "Okay, Mom, there's somebody that needs something. You need to give him some money."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, no, so what's going on over there, Miles? Did you see that cool car?" Right. So I'm trying to distract him. I didn't want to have that hard conversation with him. But the angrier and angrier that he got, because he is very compassionate and wants to give, I had to tell him the truth. And I said, "Listen, buddy, I don't know what this person is going to do with money.
Right.
And I don't want to help someone hurt themselves." So in the simple, honest, loving mind of a child, he says, "Okay, Mom, well, then we got to do something else."
Right.
So we went home and we started something else. We went online and we Googled what would be most needed by the homeless community. We developed our list and thought we were doing a mother-son project.
Right.
And that idea turned into Orlando Body and Movement donating our first 150 empty bags. And I said to him, I was like, "What are you doing, 150 bags? I'll never fill 150 bags. How am I going to do that?" He's like, "No, I believe in you." This was my trainer. "I believe in you." I said, "Okay." Next thing you know, we have our name, Miles to Go. We have our 501c3. And it just really shows that when God puts you in the lane that you're supposed to be in, everything just works. It just works. Thank God. Because now we have done 1,500 bags in our first year. Each one is valued at about $35. So that's not too shabby for a first year, and we're looking to triple that this year.
That's great. Well, would you show us what's in the bags?
Absolutely. So I can tell you, for starters, that Miles even designed this logo.
I love it.
He came to me one day and he's like, "Mom, it's going to be an earth with a half circle car going around, and it'll say Miles to Go." And my contribution was the heart. I was like, "Well, we're spreading love, so let's put a heart on there."
That's right.
So we also work closely with other organizations in town that are really working hard to solve the problems of homelessness. That we're not solving homelessness. We're spreading love, and we're letting people know that they matter, and we're spreading compassion on both ends.
That's wonderful.
So this represents United Against Poverty, so that somebody can be using the resources that they have to offer. This is our t-shirt, and now that you see this, you'll notice people on the street wearing Miles' favorite color, green t-shirt. But there's thought put in there. It's not white that's going to show the dirt. It's not black that's kind of an unhappy color. It's a nice bright green. So rain poncho.
This is great.
One of our most recent additions. It was last summer,
right?
Yes. Toothbrush and toothpaste. You're going to have your hands full, Miss Megan.
No, I like that. You even have a travel case. Perfect.
First aid kit.
Sure, we all need that.
Bottle of water.
Wonderful.
Hand wipes, socks, protein bars, this was the sunscreen, hand sanitizer, deodorant, and beef jerky. So I'll shove it all back in there.
Now tell us about the socks, because that's a pretty exciting story.
So the socks makes me so happy. We cried tears of joy when we opened this email. Last summer we applied to be a giving partner with Bombas Socks. And they accepted us. This was our first real official accomplishment. I felt like they sent us 250 pairs of socks. We're over the moon. So we renewed our application to be a giving partner. with our projections for this coming year, and in May they're going to send us 5,000 pairs of socks.
Wow.
I know, so I don't know where I'm going to put them, but 5,000 pairs of socks,
Right.
which is one of the most requested items in homeless shelters. So we're really proud to give a quality product, and we're hoping that other corporations will think
Yes.
the same thing. If anybody does have any connections with any of these products, that would be a wonderful donation. We are
Right.
a 501c3,
Right.
so it's a great tax deduction too.
So it's wonderful. There's so many different ways to get involved. You can obviously donate in that way. You could donate directly to charity, and then we've got another exciting way that you can help support the charity, and that's with these wonderful shirts.
You might notice how beautiful Megan looks today. It is the truth that she's raising good humans.
Right. We're trying to do that.
And I am wildly grateful. So these shirts are designed by us. So
Yes.
we make these shirts in addition to our traditional logoed T-shirt.
And they're really soft and comfortable and stylish, and you'll see them all over town. We have a lot of our friends that wear these, and she's been everywhere. Everywhere I go, you go to Bloomingdale's and Zuzu and all kinds of stores and restaurants and hair salons, and she's there. So that's another way to partner with her. If you're a small business and you want to get more involved that way, it's a real win-win because you get more people in your door and you get to help support a charity that really makes a difference in your community.
Thank you. And this has been so much fun. How is
Look how
this
cute
not
this is.
fun?
I
Good
miss
little
onesies.
humans.
And it's really soft too. That you have very good quality.
Thank
too.
you,
Yes.
thank you. Everything is all about being soft and cozy, but fashionable but at the same time. Because I really feel like charity work can look good, you know,
Right.
and it can be something that you want to wear on a regular basis.
Oh yeah,
So
we see them everywhere.
The good little
Good little human. And I love showing the back too, because I think that's
yeah.
really nice. Because I think you did really a different way of doing it. Isn't that cool? So there's the website there. So
milesToGoCharities.org. Right, and then here's just another one. So we have some other cool ones that
I
are
love
coming
this one.
out.
I have this one too.
Oh, my son Miles actually likes to sleep in his because he's like, Mom, it's the softest shirt ever.
Yes.
But we are going to have those at Zuzu right now, and I have to say that Zuzu has been an amazing support to Miles to Go. They don't take a penny for having them in their store, so it's just like you're getting it straight from us. 100% of the proceeds goes to Miles to Go. Mm-hmm. For each adult shirt purchased, an entire bag is given to the homeless. Right. So it's a one-for-one kind of thing. You can feel good about that, even if you're not the one donating it on the street.
Right.
You know that it's being done.
Right. So how do you do that? How do you deliver the bags to people?
So we have given in bulk to the Coalition for the Homeless.
It's wonderful.
To the Carney Center, to Harbor House. We have an ongoing relationship with them I can tell you a little bit more about. And then my favorite way is for you to make a small donation to cover the cost of the bag and for me to give it to you.
Yes.
And then for you to pass it on when you're driving around and you see someone in need. Because while we thought that we were developing a charity to give and make the other person happy that's receiving the bag, what we realized is very quickly it's both people. It's the giver, maybe even more than the person receiving half of the time.
It makes you feel so good, and to see the look on people's faces. I do the same thing. I keep a couple in my car, and it's just really nice to be able to give that to somebody. And you know, you've got the protein bars, you've got the water, you have all these essentials that you can just use right away. And I think they really enjoy getting the bag as well. So
it's a gift. It's a gift. It's a well-curated gift.
Yes.
And most people on the street aren't handed a gift.
Right.
When's the last time one of them received a gift that costs $35? It's well thought out and appropriate to their situation.
Right.
It feels good. It feels really good. And that's our hashtag was spread love. We spread love one bag at a time. And we're here to support the Coalition in Harbor House and Covenant House, the Carney Center in Tallahassee. All United Against Poverty, everyone that's doing that good work to try to solve these problems.
We gotta work together.
Yes.
And it's wonderful. I love what else you're doing with the schools. I think it's a really neat thing. Want to tell us more about what you're doing with some of the local schools?
Sure, yeah. Right now we are in Windermere Elementary, Windermere Prep, Whispering Oak, and then even, I grew up in Ocala, even my school that I went to 8th grade, they're doing a really big supply drive. So the schools are all doing supply drives, they're getting the t-shirts, and then we're going to have large packing days at the end where we can use everything, and then those parents can take the bags back with them and distribute them around the community, just like we talked about.
Right. And what a wonderful thing to do with your children, to expose them to this kind of work early on, teach them about compassion, about being kind to others, and spreading the love. I mean, what a great foundation. So I think it's just a wonderful way to get it out there.
And within my own family, the way that it's evolved is my children inspire me all the time. I mean, clearly this happened because of one of my kids. Not that any of us are perfect. I mean, all my children are real little humans too. They're good little humans, but they're real little humans.
Right.
But when we first started, when you walked into my house, we have a round table, and around it was buckets of each of these 14 items. And my daughter Violet got an empty bucket and started putting her stuffed animals in the bucket. And I was like, sweetheart, what are you doing? She said, well, some of these people, they might have kids. And they need a toy.
Yeah, we always learn from kids.
Right, exactly. And I was like, you're absolutely right. So I said, I don't know what we're going to do with these, but I know we're going to do something. I'm learning from your heart. Let's order 50 purple bags. Her name is Violet. Purple bags, Violet Miles to Go bags.
Right.
Cut to one day, I'm on the phone with Harbor House before we had given to them yet. I had some feminine products to donate, and I had about 17 things to give them. And we're talking, and they explained to me that's women and children here that have suffered from domestic violence. And I said, well, forget these 17 things. I'm going to give you 50 and tell me more about how we can tailor this to your needs.
Right.
So we've done this a couple of times now, and we get a new stuffed animal. We can't get Violet's old stuffed animals, but it's still very sweet of her.
That was very thoughtful.
And a purple shirt. We were just there on Friday. And a mandala coloring book, a Maya Angelou poetry book, a full bottle of shampoo instead of the small sample size because they're there for an extended period of time.
Right.
And just other ways to make it, to make their time just a little bit easier. When they come in off the street, they have nothing, and then there they are, they're set for a little bit.
Right.
And then the wonderful people at Harbor House have other resources, to continue helping them. So now Reed, my almost 6-year-old, has ordered 50 red bags.
Okay.
I have 50 red bags. We don't know what we're doing with them yet. Maybe somebody out there watching Megan Morris TV will have a wonderful idea, and I will run it by the boss, who is Reed, that department, and we'll figure out who we're going to give those 50 special edition red bags to.
It's such a wonderful way to give back. I love everything you're doing. Now you've also got, I know, a list of things that are coming up. So
we have.
I think people might want to hear about those.
So this Saturday, we'll be at Windermere Little League opening ceremonies. There's 700 kids signed up, so we made some special edition baseball themed T-shirts.
Oh, that sounds
so that's
cute.
something we're totally willing to do for different, specific, as long as there's a positive vibe going on. We'll have those there. May 4th, this is a big one. Another, I feel like, a pretty big accomplishment, and the people at Bloomingdale's have been absolutely phenomenal. May 4th, we're having a shopping day at Bloomingdale's. Wow. You mentioned Miles to Go, 10% goes back. Now, knowing us, we can't just leave that alone. We have to have a fashion show. Right? Yes. We're going to have a fashion show. We're going to have models wearing our shirts, styled by Tamara Kohler of Fused Fashion, with all of the beautiful things from Bloomingdale's. I think Playground Magazine is going to be making Mother's Day cards with the kids. We're looking to get some characters there and some fairy hair, and it's just going to be a great time. And also, we're hoping to receive some donations of items on that day, and we'll let the kids pack some bags too.
Oh, so much fun. Now, they also get a percentage for watching the show today, right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
It'll be nice, too, to get a percentage off of the shirts.
20% off if you mention in the comments and go over to Zuzu to pick the shirts up.
Okay, great.
Yeah. But that's not all. I'm going to be going to both tennis banquets, the C and the AB. And again, we're making something special for all of our tennis-loving friends.
Oh, we'll be there.
So you're going to want a whole bunch of that. April 4th, there's the spring shopping day at the Lemon Tree, which we went to last year. This is before we were doing T-shirts, but they were so kind to have us. And Miles and I were there, and we gave a lot of bags out and accepted donations. And that was really like an introduction. So it's nice to return now and how we've evolved, and it'll be a lot of fun.
And now people understand more what it's about.
Yeah. Good. And then April 25th, Pig Floyd's, the barbecue place. I love saying Pig Floyd's. They're on Mills. They're going to be doing a spirit night for Miles to Go. 15% will go back. Okay. I know a couple of the schools have off the next day, which is a Friday. So bring everybody, stay out till they close at 9. And
these are great ideas. We were just talking. We should do this for work too.
Absolutely.
Or you're having a party, you can come up with a nice little slogan. You're so creative. I mean, I just love it. Even the wildly grateful with the wild leopard print. Yeah, it's fun.
But I feel that doing charity work should be fun. It's okay that it feels good, and we can all smile and have a good time with it.
Yes.
And at the same time, knowing
make a difference.
Yes, exactly. I mean, my family and I go down to Lake Eola and we bring a bunch of bags, right? And people recognize this now, and they're like, I hoped you were coming today, and we. I don't know. It just feels really, really good. So that's what you're supporting. So even if you're physically not the one doing it, don't worry. It's getting done. It's getting done.
Good.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, is there anything else coming up that I forgot to?
Well, just one more kind of interesting thing. Okay. We had done a project with Visit Orlando, where we were the philanthropic feature of their convention in Tallahassee, which was it was exciting for us to go and skip school for a day.
Right.
we met quite a few people there, and we got a phone call from one that is, let me make sure I get this right, the Florida Association of Family and Conciliation Courts. Okay. Well, they are having their convention in September.
Great.
And they have decided to name it, with our permission, Miles to Go, Moving Families Forward.
Wow.
So they are going to be doing something similar to what Visit Orlando did, and collecting items, having at the convention the people pack their bags instead of getting little tchotchkes and things. And the result is people feel very fulfilled in an environment that they weren't expecting it. So it's pretty cool.
Right. Oh, that's a wonderful thing. I love that.
So we'll do anything. We're flexible, and we're happy and excited.
Right. So feel free to send us comments if you have any ideas. We'd love to hear from you. And gosh, thank you so much for being on the show, Danielle.
Thank you for having me. I think I talked way too much.
No. I always learn something new, and I love it. We'll have to have you on again, and by then, who knows where you're going to be?
Who knows? Who knows?
Well, thank you for tuning in today, and we look forward to your comments and your feedback, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you so much. I do think I probably was talking like that a lot.